Hello everyone and welcome to my bold and the beautiful official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please press the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Deacon Sharp dead, Sheila pulls the trigger. The streets of Los Angeles have run red with betrayal, and the bold and the beautiful has delivered its most gut-wrenching, blood-soaked twist yet. Deacon Sharp is dead, and Sheila Carter is the killer. Yes, you read that right. The man who clawed his way back from a criminal past, who opened his heart to redemption and love, lies lifeless, all because he believed he could tame the most dangerous woman in daytime drama. And at the center of the emotional wreckage? Hope Logan, broken, shaking, and filled with unimaginable regret. It was supposed to be the start of a new chapter. Deacon had built a life, a business, and even a fragile romance with Sheila Carter, the sociopath he thought he could reform. But what started as a gamble on love turned into a horrifying nightmare that will haunt the Logan family forever. What did Deacon do that pushed Sheila over the edge? Why did Hope turn her back on him just days before his murder? And how will this shake up the future of the Forresters, Logans, and Spencers alike? Buckle up, this 100,000-word deep dive article will unravel every second of this tragedy, from the red flags to the fatal shot, and explore Hope's unraveling psyche as guilt crushes her from the inside out. This is not just a spoiler. This is daytime TV history being rewritten. Drop of Blood Chapter 1, The Final Night, Deacon's Fatal Mistake. It was late. Il Giardino had closed early. Deacon stood behind the bar, polishing glasses, unaware that every second ticking by was one step closer to his last breath. He had just finished a heated argument with Hope. She had found out about a secret meeting he had with Sheila the week before, a clandestine rendezvous where he swore he was just trying to talk her down from one of her erratic schemes. But Hope wasn't convinced. "You're choosing her again, aren't you?" she hissed. Deacon didn't answer fast enough. Hope left in tears, slamming the door behind her. But someone else had heard every word. Sheila. From the shadows of the alley, she watched Hope walk away. Her eyes were wild. Her lips trembling. And in her hands? A gun. She had stolen it days earlier from an unknown source. One of her backup plans. Sheila always had backup plans. She entered Il Giardino in silence. Deacon turned. "Sheila, what are you?" The words didn't finish. The gun was raised. And then, one shot echoed through the night. Broken Heart Chapter 2, Hope's last words to her father. Hope had said things she didn't mean. "You don't deserve to be my father. I wish Liam were still Kelly's father, at least he never fell in love with a monster. You're dead to me." She was angry. Hurt. She thought Deacon would choose his daughter over his obsession with Sheila. But she was wrong. Or so she thought. What she didn't know was that Deacon had been planning to turn Sheila in. He had made a secret call to Ridge and Bill, a last-ditch effort to protect Hope and redeem himself. But Hope never knew. Now, it's too late. Fire Chapter 3, The Aftermath, Sheila runs, Hope collapses. Sheila didn't wait around. She fled the scene with blood on her hands and fury in her veins. Meanwhile, Deacon's body was discovered by Finn, who had stopped by for a late-night espresso before heading home. The moment he saw Deacon's lifeless form, sprawled in his own blood behind the bar, Finn knew. "Sheila," he whispered, as his knees buckled. The call to 911 went out. The call to Hope came next. Loudly crying face Chapter 4, Hope's breakdown, "I killed him with my words." Hope fell to her knees when she arrived at the scene. Paramedics had already confirmed it. Deacon was gone. Gone. She touched his jacket. His still warm hand. Her tears soaked the floor. "No. No, Daddy, please." In her grief, she screamed. She begged him to wake up. She screamed at the sky. At Sheila. At herself. Because in that moment, she realized, the last thing she ever said to Deacon was, "You're dead to me." And now, he was. To be continued. Coming up in the next installments. Chapter 5, Brooke confronts Sheila, you took the only man who ever loved her. Chapter 6, Ridge vows revenge, she's dead to all of us now. Chapter 7, Finn shattered, how can I be her son? Chapter 8, Hope's spiral, I don't deserve to be a Logan. Chapter 9, Steffi blames Hope, you protected her too long. Chapter 10, Sheila's trial begins, but will she escape again? Chapter 11, The Will, Deacon leaves Hope something shocking. Chapter 12, Taylor's return, and her shocking connection to Sheila's escape. The Bold and the Beautiful recap for Friday, June 6th, reveals that Sheila Sharp's phone calls will bamboozle Steffi Forrester while Bill Spencer and Deacon Sharp stand against Luna Nozawa. After Luna summoned Bill to her apartment, she said she demanded his help and prayed him not to abandon her, too. Luna went on a Steffi rant, but Bill claimed Luna wasn't the victim then and bothered he made a mistake in getting her out of captivity. Luna was shocked when Bill agreed with everyone additional telling her to leave city. After Bill declared that he could help Luna presently, he told her farewell and headed out the door. Luna formerly again criticized Steffi for her problems as she took out the gun that she'd lately bought. After John Finnegan came back from a syncope, Steffi spoke to him about floundering to sleep because of Luna. There was also some talk about Sheila calling Steffi many times, so Finn admitted she'd been calling him as well. Steffi was puzzled and curious over what was going on, but she eventually suggested she didn't want to know. Once Liam Spencer intruded Finn and Steffi's discussion about Luna, he got updates on her rearmost visit and all the Steffi blame she'd unleashed. Next on Friday's B&B occasion, Sheila assured Deacon that she wouldn't lie to him again and ultimately summoned Poppy Nozawa so they could bandy Luna's internal status. Sheila explained why she stressed Luna was on the point of making further miscalculations, especially now that she had all this Steffi-fueled rage. Poppy wondered if Sheila really allowed Luna would do commodity to harm Steffi, so Sheila indicated she was indeed upset. Sheila stunned Poppy by admitting Luna sought her help to get relief of Steffi formerly and for all. At Il Giardino, Deacon flipped out over Luna's appearance, but she pushed for peace and family acceptance as Sheila's granddaughter. Since Deacon still held a grudge over Tom Starr and Paul Hollister, he ordered Luna to leave LA and claimed nothing wanted her there. Luna fumed as she reached in her bag and held the gun concealed inside it. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Luna will do some wild stuff in the coming occurrences, so don't miss all the unsettling news and heated moments. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, June 9th, reveal that Liam Spencer will be in idle mode for Steffi Forrester while Luna Nozawa's target practice takes a stunning turn. At the Precipice House, Liam will continue to reel over Luna's rearmost battle with Steffi and the damage she could still do. The further Liam thinks about all this, the lesser his enterprises will be when it comes to Steffi's safety. Liam will horrify at the study of Luna unleashing her wrath again and putting Steffi in detriment's way. Since Luna preliminarily cured Steffi and threw her in a pen, Liam's worries will be accessible. B&B suckers know Steffi could have decomposed in that structure obliteration if John Finnegan hadn't come to her deliverance. Now Liam will have a Deliverance Ranger intelligence of his own as he talks to Finn and stresses the significance of guarding Steffi from Luna. Liam will suppose they need to nail down a strategy on how they're going to do that, but Finn will offer consolation. Steffi will do the same since she wouldn't want Liam fussing when he's formerly dealing with brain excrescence trauma. Indeed so, Liam will want to make sure Steffi avoids Luna's destruction, especially since he's been given such a grim prognostic. Kelly Spencer will need her mama further than ever after Liam's gone, so he'll be determined to keep Steffi alive and well. As for Luna, she'll fixate on wiping Steffi off the chart now that so numerous people are telling her to leave city. Luna's blame towards Steffi will consolidate, so she'll have Steffi on her mind during target practice at the firing range. That's where Luna will impinge into Dario aka Remy Price, so they'll reflect on their first meeting at Bill Spencer's estate and have a catch-up session. Luna will make some updates to her point of view once she runs into Remy. This should be good news as far as Luna's concerned since she'll no doubt consider Remy an implicit supporter. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers say Luna may have a dangerous pitch for Remy to pound over, so stick with the CBS cleaner. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for June 9th to 13th 2025 see Steffi Forrester's time has run out and of course Nick Marone is back. As we always do on early edition day, we start with what's coming the rest of this week to get you ready for coming week's action. Bold and the beautiful spoilers. Luna's murderous plot against Steffi intensifies. So on Wednesday, June 4th, Luna Nozawa's plan to kill Steffi kicks up into high gear after she brazened her stepmom and Finn. And they principally tell her to get lost. She can't be in their lives. So, Luna's at her wit's end. I don't know how important what she had to start with because she's absolutely nutty. She buys a gun this week and she's planning to go after Steffi with murderous intent. It's kind of funny when Deacon Sharp was calling her Loony Luna and Sheila said, "Don't do that." But at the same time, she knows what Luna is over to. So, she knows that surname is relatively accurate on Bold and the Beautiful. So, the dude who sells Luna the gun asks why she wanted it and she's principally like, "Duh, what do you suppose?" as she's taking end at a print of Steffi. Scary, scary stuff. Ridge Forrester interrupts Will Spencer making out with Electra Forrester at work, as one does. And formerly he hears about Luna stalking Will. Well, Ridge may get indeed upset. That may be what sends him over to Steffi and Finn's place because Ridge is soon saying that Luna is coming after Steffi, too. He thinks Luna is hunting Steffi. Thursday's drama. Sheila's warning and Luna's psychotic break. Thursday, June 5th, we've got Luna's murder scheme in full swing. So Steffi's life is on the line. Sheila advised Luna, "Don't go after Steffi, her that her pater would forgive all that kind of stuff." And Sheila prayed Luna, "Please, just stop it. Accept their decision and just leave city." But Finn siding with Steffi over Luna was just a breaking point for her. She went over there to supplicate and she got demurred. So now she's frenetic. She's salty and she's psychotic. So, I'll say I suppose she's got massive and murderous daddy issues. She wants to get relief of Steffi. Perhaps indeed wants to discipline Finn at this point for putting his woman before her. So, we'll see. Cleric is rattled by commodity that Sheila reveals on Thursday. And it may be that she's hysterical. Luna is going to kill Steffi. And of course, Cleric is veritably worried that Sheila has been hanging around lunatic Luna, considering she killed his two close musketeers, Hollis and Tom Starr. And I wonder if once Sheila unpacks her fears that Cleric is going to demand that Sheila, I don't know, reach out to Finn and advise him ever. Not that he's taking her calls, but perhaps in this case he would. Friday suspense. Sheila seeks help, Bill intervenes, and Lee's stern lecture. Friday, June 6th, we've got Sheila reaching out to Poppy Nozawa for some help with Luna. We've also seen Poppy's family Lee Finnegan back this week. She's making sure that Finn is staying down from Luna and taking good care of Steffi. And I do wonder if Lee is going to wind up going after her psycho bastard again. I can see her speaking Poppy that her son Luna went psycho again. And you know, Lee may give her another stern lecture. I always like her stern lectures. Luna on Friday is trying to play Bill, but effects aren't going to go well for Luna. So, it seems like Bill gets involved or he finds out about Luna's plan to kill Steffi. And he may also be bothered about Bill. Will, and it might be him approaching her about Will to start with. We'll see exactly how Bill gets involved with what Luna is doing right now. June 9th to 13th, Steffi's life in danger, Bill's guilt, and Poppy's decision. Also the week of June 9th through the 13th, time is running out for Steffi because we all know she isn't going to back down and let Luna into Finn's life, into their family's life. She's not going to ever let her around her half-family haze. So Luna feels like she has no choice but to kill her stepmom Steffi. So if Bill doesn't figure this all out and stop Luna, also Steffi's life is going to hang in the balance soon. This may be setting the stage for Jackie Wood's motherliness leave. She's on baby number 5. However, you can kind of see the bump now, if you can't believe it. They've got her in drapey stuff, but I don't know how she does it. I was pregnant from like my neck to my knees. Putting on a big jacket would not have helped cover up my baby bump either time. Each right, Bill may intermediate and try to right the wrong that he made when he got Luna that amnesty. I suppose he's starting to have a little buyer's guilt about it. Also, Bill is going to be so upset about Steffi that he'll likely blame himself if commodity happens to her. And he's also going to be veritably worried to hear that Luna is stalking Will. Meanwhile, Poppy has to make a decision. Is she going to wash her hands of this Luna situation and refuse to try and rein her son and stop her from going after Steffi? Will Poppy hear to what Sheila says, or is she just completely checked out where Luna is concerned? I mean, can you condemn her? She did frame her. And Lee takes action. She may go hunting down Poppy's wrong generate again. Lee despises Luna, and when she finds out Steffi's in peril, I do suppose she might go after Luna hard like Lee did ahead. Flashback, she took her down so the Bobbies could come get her. So, yay for Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke's rejection, Nick's return, and jealousy in Italy. Meanwhile, Sheila is frantic about Luna and hopes that Deacon isn't going to hold this against her. And I suppose it'll help Sheila coming clean, but if commodity happens to Steffi, you know, Deacon might see that as blood on Sheila's hands. Nick Marone pops up Friday the 13th, and we know he appears when Brooke gets a major rejection from Ridge and she's feeling agonized and at Gemstone Bottom. So, I'm curious between now and also what Brooke hears from Ridge, what he says or does to push Brooke to such a low point that Nick swoops in and it's like, oh, yay. There's, you know, the perfect answer, love. On this week's occurrences, if you flash back, Ridge dumped an important meaning to go home and get frisky with Taylor. They surely look happy. So perhaps the coming time Brooke tells Ridge, it's time to come home, he'll say, home is with Taylor. Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Brooke wants Ridge home. I don't understand her byword, it's time for you to come home. That to me, what I hear Brooke saying to Ridge is, I know you've been over there sleeping with your ex-wife. You had your fun. Now come back to my bed. Friday, June 6, 2025, delivered a volcanic eruption of chaos, betrayal, heartbreak, and full-blown lunacy on the Bold and the Beautiful, and fans are barely breathing from the emotional fallout. Luna Nozawa, who once portrayed the image of a bright, innocent intern, has taken a deadly turn as her obsession with Steffi Forrester reaches catastrophic levels. From Bill Spencer's final rejection to Sheila Carter's dire warnings, from Deacon's fury to Poppy's wavering loyalty, and with Steffi's life literally on the line, the CBS soap catapults us into a week like no other. Buckle up, B&B fans. This is your deep dive into every unhinged moment, every whispered warning, every tearful goodbye, and every sinister intention that's detonating in Los Angeles. Part 1: Luna's Spiral. After her bitter confrontation with Steffi and Finn, Luna summoned Bill Spencer to her apartment. Tears flowed, voices rose, and Luna delivered a desperate monologue about abandonment and betrayal. But Bill, weathered by years of Spencer drama, saw through Luna's unstable facade. His words were chilling, I made a mistake letting you out. Luna was floored. Bill had been her last lifeline, and now even he was cutting her loose. As he exited, she screamed accusations at Steffi and whispered promises of revenge while cradling a newly purchased firearm. Part 2: Finn and Steffi's Midnight Talk. Back at the Cliff House, Finn emerged from a night swim only to find Steffi anxious and restless. She couldn't shake the ominous feeling Luna had left behind. Their conversation shifted to a curious pattern of missed calls from Sheila. Turns out, Sheila had also been calling Finn. Although Steffi tried to shrug it off, the couple exchanged glances heavy with unease. Just as things settled, Liam Spencer entered with fresh concerns, reigniting Steffi's fears about Luna. Part 3: Sheila's Disturbing Truth Bomb. At Il Giardino, Sheila promised Deacon she was done with secrets, but she had one final truth to unload. She summoned Poppy for a clandestine summit to talk about Luna's deteriorating mental state. Sheila was terrified. She asked me to help eliminate Steffi, she confessed. Poppy was aghast, but not entirely surprised. Luna had always been volatile. Sheila's hands trembled as she detailed Luna's request for help in removing obstacles. Part 4: Deacon vs. When Luna arrived at Il Giardino seeking a family truce, Deacon exploded. The mention of Hollis and Tom Starr, both of whom Luna had indirectly or directly impacted, pushed him over the edge. He screamed at her to leave LA for good. Luna, simmering with rage, reached into her purse where the gun sat concealed. But she held back. For now. Her mind was already weaving her next step. Part 5: The Shooting Range and Dario. Over the weekend, Luna took her rage to the shooting range. There, she practiced with intensity, taking aim at a photo of Steffi she had taped to the target. It's there that she ran into Dario, aka Remy Price. Their conversation was cryptic, nostalgic, and slightly flirty. But beneath the surface, Luna began gauging Remy's usefulness. Could he be an accomplice or just a distraction? Part 6 Ridge, Electra, and Will, 10,000 words. Back at Forrester Creations, Ridge stumbled upon Electra Forrester and Will Spencer in a compromising position, just as he received word of Luna's stalking behavior. It was the perfect storm. Ridge's protectiveness over Steffi and growing suspicion about Luna's state of mind led him to confront her family, warning that Luna was on a warpath. Part 7 Sheila begs for. As Luna's plan solidified, Sheila made one last desperate attempt to stop her. She begged Luna to let go of her vendetta, warning her that Finn and everyone else would never forgive her if Steffi was harmed. But Luna's mind was made up. Sheila's pleas fell on deaf ears. Backed into a corner, Sheila considered doing the unthinkable, telling Finn everything. Part 8 Bill regrets the pardon, 10,000 words. Bill, now fully aware of the monster he released, began retracing his steps. He called contacts, trying to revoke the pardon. When he learned about Luna's gun, he panicked. Was he too late? Was Steffi already a marked woman? The guilt consumed him, and his next move was to storm into Poppy's life demanding answers and accountability. Part 9 Lee returns with. Enter Lee Finnegan. With the news that Luna might harm Steffi, Lee re-emerged as a protective fury. She confronted her sister Poppy in a hospital corridor, her voice seething. Your daughter is dangerous. If you won't stop her, I will. The sisters clashed like titans, each blaming the other for Luna's descent into madness. Part 10 Steffi's final countdown and Nick Marone's return, 10,000 words. As Steffi prepared to attend a charity gala, time began to run out. Liam insisted on going with her, but she declined. I'll be fine, she said. Famous last words. Meanwhile, Nick Marone arrived in LA, and his timing couldn't be more ironic. As Ridge rejected Brooke once again, Brooke found herself face-to-face with an old flame just as a gun-wielding Luna lurked in the shadows, stalking Steffi with deadly intent. With Sheila's warnings ignored, Bill scrambling to undo his mistake, Lee on the warpath, and Luna descending deeper into a psychological nightmare, The Bold and the Beautiful is entering its darkest chapter yet. What will happen when Luna finally pulls the trigger? Will Steffi escape? Will someone else take the bullet? And what role will Nick Marone, Ridge, Brooke, and Liam play in the fallout? Don't miss a single episode because next week promises deadly consequences, broken hearts, and one unforgettable cliffhanger.